Geometry Dash is now unplayable on mobile, cutting off millions of people from playing the game. So does this affect all mobile players? Thankfully no, but if you have an Apple device that's set to automatically download new iOS updates, you've probably just been affected. Now, I didn't even know that this was on the horizon until I got to work today and realized that Geometry Dash just wouldn't open on my phone. Recently, I've been playing the game whenever I'm on a break at work, so I wanted to get it fixed ASAP, so I went to the most reliable source of information online, the Geometry Dash Discord server. Surprisingly, through the cesspool of check Steams, I actually got some good answers that let me know that this is a wide issue, not just something on my phone. As it turns out, updating your Apple device to iOS 17, the new update, doesn't allow the device to play 32-bit games. Now I had to look this up and figure out what it meant, so here's an easy version. A 64-bit game is basically more capable than a 32-bit game, since it can handle and store a lot more data at once. Basically, Apple made it so old 32-bit games are no longer supported, which means they'll constantly crash and just never open. Now this really isn't a problem for most games since they were updated to be a 64-bit game years ago, but for Geometry Dash, our infamous game with no update since 2017, it still remains as a 32-bit game. Now of course this will be fixed in 2.2, but until then there's not much you can do if you're solely a mobile player, or if you just want to play the game away from home on an Apple device. This has really uprooted tons of players. Like, I know some mobile exclusive players who can no longer play the game until 2.2 comes out, and tons of people who normally play the game at school or at work or simply don't have access to a computer just can't play the game anymore. Now here's a little bit of information about 2.2 to kind of get my and your hopes up a bit. We shouldn't have to wait another month for the update. RobTop posted on Twitter just a day after my recent video that talked about his recent silence, mentioning that all levels and major bug fixing was actually done with 2.2, so it's pretty much completely finished for release. Now he does say he wants it to release at the same time on all platforms, so that could really take some time. Most people are taking his post as him saying that he's sending it to all the platforms right now and just waiting for them, but I think there's still work he has to do. He only mentioned major bug fixes, so I'm sure that there's a ton of minor bug fixes he needs to work on. I think this will take at least a few days, maybe a week, maybe two, before he actually submits the update. And then after that, we just have to wait. I looked it up and it seems like most of these things will take from a day to up to 7 days or more. Now hopefully this doesn't take longer than a week. I'm hoping it'll just be a few days once he actually submits the update. So it's very possible the update could come out in a week to 2 weeks, or maybe sooner than we think. So in the meantime, me and the other iOS players have to find another game to play.